Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today I am doing the video on my fitness journey. I'm just gonna jump straight in because I don't want this video to be too long, because if you guys know me, you know I can talk for ever. So my journey probably started in 2014 when I was roughly 17 to 18. So yeah, 2014 was when I started to be very kind of conscious of my weight. I want to be thinner, I want to look like this, I want to lose weight, and that all started kicking in 2014. And yeah, I pretty much tried dieting a lot. So I didn't really know anything about nutrition at that stage, and I tried to just kind of eat without snacking. Nothing seemed to work. I just kind of stayed the same, and I tried to eat what I thought was healthy, which was like low carb or like no bread. Nothing worked. And I remember I started skipping meals. So I remember I was in sixth form at the time, and I would go to the shop and have like a Red Bull or something for lunch and try and skip out lunch. And I remember being starving hungry and then eating dinner. And then I remember saying to my mum one day, "Mum, I literally can't lose weight." And I remember tearing up and thinking, maybe I'm the first person that's been born that can't lose weight. I think that's where I reached a point of kind of desperation. And I remember ordering online slimming shakes, which you drink 3 times a day, and you're meant to drop kind of lots and lots of weight week to week with that. So I remember telling my mum it was just a protein powder. I was hiding the fact that I was taking a slimming shake because I know that she'd flip if she knew I was taking a slimming shake. I mean, I lost a couple of pounds on the slimming shakes, but what happens with slimming shakes is your body gets used to them, and after 2 weeks on the slimming shakes, I was starving hungry the whole time because my body was so used to it. It knew what was coming. It knew it wasn't really enough. The first kind of week or so, I was so full from taking 3 slimming shakes a day, and lost loads of weight. By the second week, by the third week, starving hungry, gave up. Slimming shakes started to make me feel sick because I was so used to kind of taking them. And so that was the end of that. Okay, so beginning of January 2015, I decided I saw somebody's progress from using a personal trainer, an 8-week kind of crash diet, and I thought, this is it, my new plan. I'm going to lose weight by crash dieting. Perfect. 8 weeks, I can totally do this. Whatever they throw at me, I'm going to do. I remember James again being like, why, Delilah? Like, why? But me being me, I just said, look, I'm going to do it. I'm going to try it. If it doesn't work, that's fine. If it does, fantastic. And so he stuck by me, bless his little heart. He stuck by me as I started this 8-week challenge, which was horrendous. I wouldn't recommend something like this to anyone. Exactly the same foods every single day. It was 3 eggs in the morning, chicken and veg at lunchtime, and 1 potato and tuna for dinner. And that was it, every day. And then something like 100 grams of blueberries and some Greek yogurt. Every single day, I tried to eat that. And me being me, like, I absolutely went for it. Like, I didn't have a single piece of food out of my boundaries for what I was meant to be eating. And within a week, I was shaking like a leaf, and you basically just shake because you don't have enough energy and you don't blah, 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 blah. I just kind of wanted to binge all the time. So I said, no, can't do that anymore. That's my attempt at that over. The thing that I am thankful for is the fact that it probably was the thing that got me into the gym. I went with James every day. He was already into the gym and kind of knew what he was doing. Even though I had started getting a little bit more into weights, and James had taught me everything he knew, I was still mainly doing cardio because that's what I thought was best for losing weight. And even though I hated it, I just did it. And I did 40 minutes of cardio in a session. 40 minutes. 40 minutes. Don't know. 40 minutes cardio, and then about 20 minutes of really light kind of weightlifting, but not weightlifting like I do now, like completely different Mostly legs. Didn't really touch upper body for quite a while, annoyingly, but that's just part of the learning curve. Mostly legs, mostly kind of light squats, lunges and all that, just kind of getting into weightlifting very amateurly. So this is around the 5th of April that this photo was taken. So I had been gymming since January when I started the 8-week thing. Still going to the gym like most days of the week. I was still doing a lot of cardio, but I had gained some muscle in my legs and my bum. I had lost quite a bit of weight since January. I'll compare the two photos here. Not massive amounts, and I wouldn't say that I was like superbly toned or lean. I had just gained a little bit of muscle and lost a little bit of fat from weightlifting, and I was still doing a hell of a lot of cardio. I was also eating very minimal carbs at this point. I didn't have a clue. I still didn't have an idea about nutrition or what was kind of right for me. I was just kind of eating as much veg and as little carbs as possible. May 2015, I remember taking this photo. I was really proud of my bum and how much kind of booty I'd gained in the gym. I remember going on holiday with James in June, and this was before my prom. And I remember again, almost like starving myself before that holiday. I wanted to get as lean as I could, and I wanted to get super skinny, and I did get really, really lean actually for that holiday. Not lean as I am now maybe, but I did get super thin compared to how I was in January. At a kind of healthy body weight already in January to June, it's only a couple of, you know, pounds, but it makes such a difference to the way you look. So I had, by this holiday in June, I had made some quad gains, made some booty gains. I had a little bit of tonage in the stomach area, which I was super proud of and kept taking pictures of. And so yeah, I was pretty much getting to grips with legs training. I hadn't really like started training upper body very much, which was a bit naughty, but I was more into kind of booty and leg gains and looking thin. My main priority was still looking thin, which is really annoying, but that just is what it was. It's just the truth. Yeah, I wasn't heavy lifting at all, and I had no idea how to plan my workouts or kind of know how to specifically target my glutes or anything. Like, James would teach me the correct form for everything he knew, but you know how my guide now, I have like a massive guide out about how you change. I have a booty guide about how you change, you know, your normal form, and you'd make small changes to target your glutes more and all of that. So I didn't know anything about that, so I was kind of targeting quite a lot of my quad and just, yeah, it was kind of basic movements, and it was no heavy lifting or anything like that. I wanted small toned legs, but they were kind of going the opposite way into like getting quite big quads. I'll show you a picture. Wasn't particularly happy with that, but loved the fact I was making progress and kind of leaning down on my stomach and everything, but was finding it hard to kind of accept my chunkier legs, and was still trying to pose in ways that made my legs look super thin. Next kind of updates I've got from the 22nd of October 2015, and this was after starting university. Now, after starting university is when probably the biggest mentality change happened, in a sense that I decided I wanted to be strong. And I am not going to go into detail about why this mentality, my voice is crackling thinking about it, because one of the main reasons I have avoided this video and the video on what kind of got me obsessed with weightlifting and into be so passionate about being strong and everything. It's a really sensitive topic for me. Basically something really horrible happened to one of my family members, and I just didn't, I don't even know how to explain it, but I just saw their world crumble, and I didn't want that to happen to me, and I wanted to be able to protect myself, and I wanted to be able to protect my family and protect other people. And I got into this mindset that I needed to be strong, and I needed to be powerful for myself and for everyone around me, because I mean, it wasn't I'll go on to explain, but it didn't become a particularly healthy mindset of wanting to be strong and stuff, because that's not how you should look at it. You shouldn't look at being strong in a way of protecting yourself, because you're never going to be able to plan for things that happen. They come out of nowhere and you can't plan for them, and you can't blame yourself for them. I would go to the gym every single day. I would work my whole body. This is when I started working upper body as well. Yeah, I was really passionate, and I loved being strong. I loved going at the gym. I went super hard at the gym, and this is when I made the most kind of progress. Again, nutrition wise, I didn't have a clue. Yeah, I did build quite a lot of muscle and make quite a lot of newbie gains, and see a lot of progress within that time, just because I was so dedicated and I kind of worked so hard. But I crashed and burned pretty quickly. Well, not that quickly. So I probably did like October, November, December, January, February. So yeah, I did about 5 months of that, kind of going every day and just I loved it like so much. It was my stress relief. It helped me deal so much with what I was going through at the time with my family, and yeah, it gave me such a relief and a stress, somewhere I could take my stress out, and somewhere I could feel happy and turn my phone off and just have an amazing time. And that kind of just provided me with such an amazing hobby and passion, and that's where I truly became passionate about it, was that I fell in love with it there and then. During that really hard time of my life, I found something that I was so happy doing and made me feel so good. But I did get slightly in a bad mentality about it, maybe in about January 2016. I remember telling my mum and telling James that I wasn't sure whether I was struggling with some sort of anxiety, because when I couldn't get to the gym, I would worry that I wasn't strong enough, and that you know, I couldn't get to the gym that day, and I was, you know, meant to be doing arms or chest or back, and I'd really start to panic and be like, I'm not strong enough, I'm not going to be able to protect myself. What if somebody comes up to me in the street and like tries to fight me? Like, I need to be strong, I need to get to the gym, and I need to like work on that. And that became a really unhealthy mentality for me. I needed help to sort that out. By March 2016, I kind of had a little crash point. I had obviously gone too hard at the gym. I wasn't eating enough. I wasn't yeah, enjoying things anymore, and I just kind of crashed and burned. And March 2016, I looked like this because I had let myself go quite a bit and just got a bit overwhelmed with the whole thing. So this is the biggest I had been in quite a while. I mean, again, I am not big, and I am not overweight, and I am not blah 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 blah, but it's just a comparison for you guys to show you where I was at that time. You can see from the photo I had quite a lot of quad gains. I had a few, quite a bit of booty gain, and yeah, quite a lot of lower body muscle and a little bit of upper body muscle, but because I put on weight, it wasn't as noticeable. So I then got back into it. I thought, come on, you love this. This is what you enjoy. This is your life. Let's go again. You can do it. Let's find a healthier way to get fit and be healthy. There's got to be a healthier way. By the end of March, I had pretty much lost all the weight again that I'd put on. Because I put it on so quickly, it was easy to lose within a few weeks. And yeah, I became determined to find a healthier way to keep fit and be strong and kind of stay lean-ish the majority of the time. So end of March 2016 is when I started my Instagram account. Yeah, I started the account and I was still pretty clueless about nutrition and all of that, and I wanted to find out more. I'm an eager learner, and I thought, let's jump straight into this fitness industry. I can be accountable, I can share my journey, and I can learn from others, follow other Instagram accounts and learn about that, because obviously everyone around me kind of knew I was super into fitness, but personally I was still finding my journey and I was still finding my way. On the outside it probably looked like I know what I was doing at the time, but I was still finding my way majorly, and it had been a year or more. So don't worry if you're in my shoes like I was back then. It's completely normal to be still finding your way. And I saw pretty quickly everyone was talking about macros within the fitness industry, and I thought, what are these macros everybody is talking about that's so good for kind of nutrition? So I looked into macros, and I think my journey just took off exponentially since starting my fitness account. It's all through kind of April was when I was really getting into my fitness account and started posting more and following more people and getting involved, and I basically just took it into my own hands. And I really think I researched everything under the sun. I would research all evening. Instead of reading or doing anything like watching telly, I would be reading articles, I would be reading about macros, I would be watching people's videos about how to track it, I would be reading, you know, bodybuilding.com articles about different ways of tracking macros, or for fat loss or for muscle gain, and just gaining so much knowledge about nutrition. And also the same with weight training. I started seeing more people on kind of on the fitness online industry and seeing what they were doing, and I would write it all down, I would look up the correct form, I would just get so much more involved, and I wanted to learn. I was desperate to kind of improve myself and learn so much more. I was finding my passion in fitness, and I absolutely loved it. And yeah, I just researched constantly, and I gained so much knowledge from that. Yeah, I started tracking macros in about the beginning of April, and I did that all through the summer then for 2016, and I gained a massive knowledge of nutrition. That was when I found my nutrition lifestyle, which was eating anything I wanted in proportion to how it fitted my macros. And I could eat chocolate every day, I could eat bread, I could eat anything, but it gave me a good idea of the right amount of proportion that you should be having. So when you eat chocolate, yeah, maybe you should only have a couple of blocks, because that's what's going to fit in your macros today, and that's probably what's going to fit in your macros, your invisible macros, when you start intuitive eating and all that. So that was really helpful for me. Macros was an amazing thing. I don't know if I would have been able to find my way without it. I still went to the gym every day, and I tracked my macros. I was never hungry, because my macros, I made sure I ate loads of filling things, and my macros filled me up. But I still was not lifting heavy during April and May. Beyond this point was when I started to realize I could specifically target my glutes during leg exercises, which is what my whole booty guide is about. But I didn't know that at the time, when I was becoming very quad dominant, which is fine, because now I love my quads. But at the time I was a little bit like, damn girl, got a lot of quad going on. But that was just part of my journey, and that's fine. The 7th of June 2016. Yes, I had built muscle, I had leaned down healthily doing macros. This was pretty much when I started to lift heavy and train at the compound. So the compound Cardiff, but basically it's like a heavy lifting pro kind of gym place that my boyfriend was going to. And one day I said, hey, can I come? Like, it might be fun. Like, I was pretty good at training legs by then, so I thought I'll just come and train legs, and like, it'll be fun. And he was like, yeah, sure, come, and I'll like help you, it'll be fine. So yeah, then basically throughout summer 2016 was when I started working out how to specifically target my glutes, and that was all done at the compound. And that's where I really learned how to push myself and heavy lift, and yeah, just go for it. Don't worry if you fail, don't worry if you can't get up from the squat, you just chuck the weight off behind you. Don't worry about looking stupid at the gym and kind of grunting if you can't get that last deadlift up and things like that. Like, this is your process, this is your journey, and if you're ready and you're prepared, then absolutely go for it, and stop worrying about what other people think, and stop letting other people hinder your process, when really it's just about you. If you want to do it and you want to better yourself and make that progress, then you've got to go for it, and you've got to just try as hard as you can, and it will come, trust me. The end of September, I had hit a bit of a plateau with my progress. I'd make loads of legs and glutes progress, and quite a bit of upper body progress compared to right at the beginning. Nothing kind of spectacular upper body. And I was kind of hitting a plateau, and I wanted to find something that could help me get past the plateau. And basically I decided I was going to start a bulk. This was my second year of uni now. I just started uni for the second year, and I decided I was going to intuitively bulk. I was getting a little bit fed up of macros, and I wanted to kind of have a little bit more freedom, eat whatever, and just train super hard at the gym and push myself. And that's what I did for 6 months, all throughout that time. At the end of October, I was still improving. 18th of December, I had made some upper body gains. Finally, I was making some noticeable upper body gains. I was still working on my booty. I was trying to improve my hamstrings and my glutes alone, and kind of not the quads so much, just because I had so much quad. 31st of January, finally making some big upper body gains, which was awesome. I was feeling super strong, I was feeling great, and I was 5 months into my bulk at that point. I was loving my muscles, and I was still having some super self-conscious days where I would wake up and kind of look in the mirror and say, my legs are ginormous and I'm really muscly and I'm really scared that other people don't like this. Because throughout my journey, I mean, I haven't talked about this at all, but I have had difficult times where people have called me manly or deformed or things like that, and even people that I've been close to have kind of referred to me in that way. But most people have been super supportive of it and can see how passionate I am about it. I was still learning to love myself, but I was so much more into self-love now than I was right at the beginning. Like, I just have such a much healthier mindset about my body, and just learn to appreciate it for everything that it is, rather than just loving it because it looks a certain way. I know that if I fell back into a bit of a bad patch and put on a load of weight, that I would really hope that I would still learn to love myself and appreciate everything I'm going through, and just, it's not all about the way you look, it's about who you are and what you're going through, and there's so many more things to self-love just than the way you look. So yeah, this is where I'm at. March 2017, this is me. My mindset is just, the biggest transformation for me has been my mindset. I have made so many gains, and I've learned so much about nutrition, and currently I'm doing a cut, just a small slow cut to kind of peel back some of the fat that I've put on, only a tiny amount, during my bulk, and I just want to see some more muscular definition. It's just something I'm doing to challenge myself, and it's loads of fun. And I'm tracking macros again, just to give you an update on the cut. I'm tracking macros again just to get myself back into the swing of things, because during my bulk I just doubled all my proportions and just ate loads of stuff. Even though it was all clean, kind of healthy foods, I still ate a lot. I'm kind of peeling back into my kind of cutting mindset, so I'm tracking macros. Goodness knows how long. I'll keep you updated on the vlogs for any more updates kind of on the cut and how it's going to work. Follow along with my cutting episode, my summer shred episode. You can find that on my channel. All the videos are there, and I'll be continuing to do that at least 2 to 3 times a week, hopefully. So yes, this is me now. This is what I'm up to. I am so happy, and I'm still so passionate about fitness, and I'm still learning every single day about things that are better, and things I'm looking back at my struggles and seeing that I didn't have a completely healthy mindset at the beginning, and I'm still learning, and I'm still struggling. You know, I still struggle. I have days where I struggle and I want super thin leg. I look at people in the street and I think, what have I done to my body? It's too muscular. But the majority of the time I absolutely love being strong. I love being muscular. I love my hobby, and I love weightlifting, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And I just hope that if this is something you guys think that you could be interested in, then I really hope that you just go for it and don't worry about what other people say. Weightlifting for girls is a slightly new concept, and I love that we're breaking down these barriers and these stereotypes that we have to look a certain way to be a woman or to be feminine, when it's just not true. Not going to get onto that topic because that's something else I'm really passionate about, the fact that people think you can't be feminine and be a weightlifter. So I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope that helped you to learn a little bit more about my story, and I just want to say a massive thank you before I start getting emotional. I can't believe I haven't had my account for even a year, and you guys have been there supporting me the whole time. And even if you've only just started following me, like, your support means everything to me. I can't believe I'm lucky enough to be able to share my journey like this, to be able to help people. My main aim is to help people, anybody, whether you're in the same stage as me now or whether you're like I was two to 3 years ago, really stuck, really struggling, thinking you can't change the way you look, you can't lose weight, but you can do it healthily, you can do it, you can be strong, you can be everything. And I love to be able to share my journey and help you guys as much as possible. I'm rushing because this video is probably so long already, and I'm so sorry, but I really hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to follow me on Instagram or Snapchat to follow along with the rest of my journey. Follow my summer shred. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next video, if not before, on Instagram or Snapchat. I really hope you enjoyed this, and I really enjoyed making it for you. Bye guys. Mwah.